So I wanted to record a meditation. This meditation, I really don't know what it's good for. I know how it affects me. I have no idea. I've never tried it with other people, so I don't really know how it would actually affect other people. But if I had to guess, good for relaxation, good for pain. Um, so good for chronically ill people, people with mysterious health issues, chronic pain. I say that because that's how it helps me. Um, so yeah, I'm not gonna try to guide you. Instead of trying to guide you in the meditation, I'm just going to do the meditation completely for myself, and hopefully that will be able to set an example for how you can do it. Okie dokie. So, of course, I'm just going to stop, close my eyes, notice darkness, simplicity of not receiving input through the eyes. Notice every sensation that is available. And what you want to do slowly is move away from every single sensation. And that sounds kind of vague. Okay, I just realized while doing this, and I'm trying to meditate while I'm talking as well, just so you know. But I noticed I was trying to guide you guys, and that's not what I want to do. I want to do the meditation for myself and just vocalize it. So I'm gonna do that. So probably my strongest sensation right now, since I'm going to be trying to talk about it while doing the meditation, its strongest sensation is going to be the senses coming in from my own voice and how that reverberates through the throat, how it feels in the mouth, how it feels in the jaw. For me, I have issues with pain in all those places from my health issues. And the place that's the worst is in my throat. You can actually often hear it when I'm talking. My voice isn't often sounds like that, not naturally. It sounds like kind of raspy because of the health issues. So that's a really strong sensory input hitting me. And what I'm trying to do is kind of separate from it. And I actually have a strategy for doing that for any sense. So what I do starts with a lot of pre-base knowledge, and I don't even think about this when I'm doing it. But you're all consciousness, so let's assume there was a consciousness, and from it manifested the universe starting at the Big Bang, and then it manifested everything else, literally everything. You are a little shard of that consciousness. Some may say you are the entire consciousness, just there's only certain bits of access to it through this shard at certain times, and maybe you can access the whole thing, but a lot of mystery there. After saying that, I actually got a really strong sensation that I don't know if I've ever experienced before, so I'm actually going to process that. Feels like I don't even know, like dizziness, but it's like a wave coming out of my head. Kind of feels like shakiness, like almost like, oh, it's so weird. I'm just gonna try and process it. I'm gonna be quiet for a second. Yeah, this is a little bit different. Usually I'm not vocalizing, so I don't have to deal with that strong input, which makes it like 10 times harder. I'm gonna do my best here. So, one common strong sensory input that I have to deal with is right below my eyes. There's always tension there. So I feel that tension, and then I back away to the area of the consciousness shard. So that's you, and that's where your physical body and sensations are all manifested from. So what you can do is actually back away. What I can do is back away from that sensation under the eyes. And then instead of feeling that sensation, it's almost like you're automating it. You let the sensation be however it's going to be. You don't have to feel it. There's a better way to word it, but I'm going to say you can basically automate it. It's like you're being it. Um, I actually don't know how to explain that. Never mind. And the stronger the sensation, the harder it is to do that backing away, where you kind of. Another way to explain it is that everything you experience is a symbol. So you can back out so that every single input you are receiving, including the input and symbols you generate, which the ones you generate you also receive, so all of them, you can take this, turn it into a list. Every symbol is a list, and then you can back away so that you exist kind of outside every single symbol, which this includes space, time, everything. So you're this consciousness shard that exists outside of space, outside of time. And you may find that it's hard to not exist as certain symbols. Like right now, it's hard for me to not exist as my voice. It's hard to take that place that's the consciousness shard that's outside of time. It's kind of ephemeral. I often, this may or may not be related, but I often imagine a glowing orb, and I connect the every single symbol to the glowing orb. So I don't know what part of the process that is, but that's something that I very often use during this meditation. And then, so let's say right now, I've been dealing with pain in my pancreas, and I've got blood tests that show there's kind of something going on there. I won't go into the specifics with that. So right now, I have like 4 out of 10 pressure in my pancreas, and it's a very, very strong signal. So what I try to do, take all the symbols that represent all that sensation, and then I connect those symbols to the glowing orb. But I try my best to not exactly be those symbols, at least at first. I try to separate myself from those symbols. And it's almost like a form of faith, I guess you could say. Like, that is a form of faith by entrusting the symbols, by having faith, basically. So instead of you dealing with those symbols, you're having faith in something else. Which I guess I could see that actually not being great. You should both trust the something else, but also trust yourself, especially since they're very interconnected. But since I'm vocalizing, as I said, very hard to do this one, but typically I start to feel kind of like a floating feeling, or I feel like nothing physically. Like, it almost, like, you don't really feel any sensation. And if you do, it's kind of good. It's like you're glowing or floating. And you still, it's weird. It's like you detect all those symbols that make you up are still there, but you're not necessarily identifying with them. Yeah, pretty much for this whole time, I haven't been able to even give the symbols away. I've been like identifying with the symbols of my experience completely, almost, especially for my voice and my throat, in my mouth, my jaw, pain in my eyes and face, uh, in several areas around the eyes, actually. Same for my stomach and pancreas area. So this will probably be the end of the talking portion of this. Yeah, for the rest of it, I'm just gonna meditate in silence. Whew. Yeah, that's a powerful one. Whew. It's a really powerful one. I'm definitely noticing. I wish I was definitely a desire where I wish I was better. I wish I was at the level where I could just like do that at all times. So like I could be sitting here vocalizing and let my voice completely do its thing. Let all sensations completely do their thing while I'm kind of existing uh in that space of no symbols. And that it feels like that space of no symbols, it's completely let go. So it has completely relinquished control of all sensations. But at the same time, it also has complete control of all sensations in a way. I don't know how to explain that, but I don't know. Maybe it's just a practice thing. Interesting either way, and hopeful meditation either way. Um, Maybe it's helpful for other people. That'd be freaking awesome. Cool beans. Peace out.